Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Today I have a very special video. I will be comparing two Roland products, the Roland SPD SX Pro and the Roland SPD-30 Octapad. Now, for my own sanity, and to make things easier, I'll be referring to the SPD SX Pro as the Pro and the SPD-30 as the, you guessed it, Octapad. And one more thing I want to say before I begin is a lot of things I say about the Pro can also be applied to the original SPD-SX, so just keep that in mind. There's a lot of videos out there comparing the newest Pro to the original SPD-SX, so you can find those on the internet. Okay, so the first biggest difference between these two products is that you cannot upload your own samples onto the Octapad. That's right. You have to use the stock sounds that are on here. I like them. They're pretty good. And you can also manipulate the sounds with effects that come with it. So, it's got everything you need, like a lot of percussion sounds and bells and synths. And if you like those sounds, then you won't be bothered with that you can't upload your own samples. However, on the Pro and the original SPD-SX, you can upload your own samples. That's kind of what it's for. It's basically a sampling pad. And you can upload anything you want. The Pro has a lot of space. So I've been making a lot of my own loops on Logic and then just uploading them into here. So that is a huge difference between these two devices here. Number two, another big difference is you cannot live loop on the Roland SPD-SX Pro. You can't live loop on the original one, and if you ever see anyone live looping with this, it's because they have another looping pedal that they're using. You can, sample things on it. I find the sampling to be kind of hard to use. You can record something and then you have to kind of go in and tweak it to make sure the beginning and the end are lined up so it seamlessly loops. You can't live loop. Whereas on the Octapad, you can live loop to a grid. It quantizes it. I've played shows where I've been just live looping, and it has 3 parts, so you just loop on top of each other, and it's a lot of fun. You get a lot of good ideas, so that's a huge difference. The two biggest differences is live looping and being able to upload samples. All right, so number 3, the third difference is the price. So the Pro, it's newer, so obviously it's more money. It's around $1,200, where the Octapad is around $860, $870, and the SPD-SX, the original one, is also the same price as the Octapad, around $870. So that's a huge difference that you probably want to consider when purchasing one of these products. So the next comparison I have is how the pads feel. So on the Octapad, I sometimes run into this problem where I would play the snare drum and it would trigger the pad. The frequencies from the snare drum would pick up on the pad, and I don't have that problem with the Pro. And another thing is the pads on the Pro just feel a lot better. They're more sensitive to dynamics. It's easier to get like a nice little buzz roll or some fast doubles that picks it up. They're a little bit softer too. I feel like they're easier on the sticks. I used to break sticks on the Octapad. Okay, the next comparison is sort of my personal opinion, but I actually like the shape of the Pro, the square shape as opposed to a rectangle. For my setup with the drums, it's much more convenient to have it, placed in the middle of my first tom and my hi-hat. I think it's just better if you're a drummer that's using this as a part of your kit. A lot of guys put this to the side and the shape doesn't really matter, but that's just my opinion. Okay, the next one is, again, maybe this is an opinion, but I think the sounds are a lot better on the Pro. They have a lot of similar sounds, right? Your percussion, your synths, your bells, and all that stuff. Your drums. The drums definitely sound better on the Pro. The synths, I think, sound better, just cleaner, just more modern, I suppose.
One, two, four.
Like I said, you could use effects to kind of manipulate the sounds and tweak them and make them sound better. So I know there's other products like Alesis, where you can upload your own samples and you can loop. I've played it. I didn't really like the way it felt, or I didn't like the way it was laid out. So I always just went with Roland. Um, if Roland could make a product, if they're watching this, if they could just make the Pro with the ability to live loop, that would be the perfect product.
Super genius!
I have a suspicion they don't do that because it would put the Octapad out of commission. I am working on writing them a letter about this, so I'll let you know how that goes. So, in conclusion, if you're deciding what you want to get, it's really what you're using it for. If you have a live setup and you want a live loop on the fly, you can get the Octapad, or you can get the SPD-SX and just get a looping pedal. So there's that option as well. Let me know if this video was helpful, and please subscribe. I'm trying to make this channel grow. I have a lot of videos of me using these products, and I have some other videos on tutorials, mainly on how to use the Pro, because it's the newer product, and I find that it's hard to find information out there on the SPD-SX Pro. So I appreciate all the subscribers I've been getting, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.